Hey there friends, thank you for joining me. I'm going to create a pocket mini album from the amazing Sunshine collection by MME. Starting with the first page, I'm going to fold the paper in half. It's a 6x6 paper pad that I'm using, and we're going to create a double pocket for each side of the page. I'm using double-sided tape with the red cover, so it's going to be easy for you to see where I put it. And the reason I have to put the tape on both sides is because each side is going to be attached to the other, to a different side of the paper. Now I'm creating some beautiful edges with Martha Stewart punches. Now I'm adhering it to one side of the paper. This is one side with the pocket, and now to the other side. So basically we have two pages with pockets on each side. Now I'm taking this beautiful pattern, cutting it from the paper so I can use it as an embellishment to add to my page. Just cutting it with scissors, of course. I always like to distress the edges with some distress ink, brown distress ink. And I'm adding it as an embellishment to my page. Now I'm going to add some more embellishments, add more color to my page. This strip of paper is going to be behind the pocket. I'm gluing it to the paper, to the page itself, adding some ribbon, and some flowers. The white flower, I cut it from a lace, big pattern lace, because I really like how it looked on the paper. Also using some 3D flowers that I found somewhere. It wasn't even a craft store. I don't like their leaves, so I'm taking them off. Sometimes you go to stores and you find all kinds of treasures that you never thought you would find there. And that's exactly what happened here. Cutting another flower out of the lace to add as an embellishment. I also added a button with crochet on it. Now I'm going to do the other side of my page. I'm going to cut a doily with a Spellbinder die cut and my beautiful green Cuttlebug. People always complain that it's very hard to take out all the tiny little pieces of paper. I just use a stylus and it's very easy. I'm going to add it to my paper. First I'm going to embellish it some more with that lace that I cut the flowers from earlier. It's a very big lace. So I'm going to add this one and another pattern of lace on top. I want this mini album to have a sort of a country, vintage, romantic look to it. So I'm going to use a lot of flowers and a lot of lace with these papers. Make sure when you glue your doily to the paper only to use glue on the bottom part of the doily, so your upper part will be free to be a continuation of the pocket. Remember, it's supposed to have a pocket in there. Now I'm going to add some flowers. This is a metal button that has legs on it, so I'm cutting the legs with scissors, Tim Holtz scissors. They cut everything. Now I'm going to create my next page. The first side is going to be a pocket that I'm cutting the pattern for it from the pattern paper, inking the edges, of course. Going to use some wooden embellishments as my embellishments for this page, adding a little color to them with distress ink. I'm going to add some more color to the background with a square of paper. All the papers, like I said, are from the Sunshine collection, the 6x6 paper pad by MME. So I'm adding the wooden embellishment, and now I'm creating the pocket with some double-sided tape. When you create pockets, you always leave one side open with no glue, so that will be the entrance of your pocket. Through there everything will go in to the pocket. Adding the other embellishment, and now I'm going to use my pen to draw some stitches, and here's the pocket. The other side, I'm going to use a frame, also by MME, and basically we're going to create the pocket from this frame. I'm cutting another piece of square paper and adding it to the bottom of the frame, like so. And now I'm going to only two sides and the bottom, and this way I'm going to create a pocket from the frame. This is the excess, and we're cutting it out, and here's the pocket. Now I'm going to add some flowers to embellish my page. I think creating mini albums with pockets really gives you a lot more real estate to use for your photos and journaling, because you can just keep on adding more and more photos to those pockets. So you're not actually dependent on how many pages you have. You can always add more photos because you have those pockets. Adding more flowers, some Prima flowers, and some pearls to my center of the flowers. Now we're going to create a mini pocket by folding another paper, 6x6 paper, in half. And this is going to be a double mini pocket. Remember the frame we used before? This is the other end that we didn't use. We're going to adhere some paper to the back of the frame, the same way we did before. Ink the edges. We're gonna apply glue to 3 sides of the frame, because like I said, to create a pocket you need to glue 3 sides. Here is the pocket, to glue 3 sides and to leave one side open. Now I'm going to embellish my pocket from the inside by adding this amazing lace. And now I'm closing the pocket, getting rid of the excess of the lace. And here is the pocket. So we have two pockets. It's a double pocket. Now for some embellishments on my pocket. Some Martha Stewart punches with some more paper from the same paper pad. And we're going to add some more embellishments. I'm going to create another border, two-sided border with the same punch. After doing one side, I'm cutting a strip of paper, cutting the paper to a strip, and then I'm doing the other side. This gives me a double-sided border. Which I can add to my pocket. Now for my next page. This page was done the same way as the first page, only we glued the pockets on the side instead of on the bottom. Adding some embellishments, flowers and wooden embellishments. This side was not completely glued, so we have a small fold to the pocket. And on the other side, we're also going to add, I love this embellishment with the lady, some metal pieces. I got them in It's Metal stickers by Momenta. I got them from Michael's. Some more flowers and metal buttons that I cut off the legs. This is also metal embellishments I got at Michael's from Momenta. And to finish this page, I'm going to add lace on the bottom and two small pieces of lace on the side, folded, sort of lace tabs. And a little more lace from another pattern of lace just to finish this page. Distressing, of course. For my next page, this is going to be a really big pocket, a very nice pocket. I'm rolling the paper, one corners of the paper, distressing everything. By rolling the paper, I can create a pocket. This is a metal pin that I'm going to use to attach the corner of the paper. Now 3 sides with glue and the upper side is with no glue, so we can create another pocket. I'm adding a lace ribbon bow to the page. And another button with crochet on it. Now for the other side, I'm going to create a pocket with some thread, some cord. I'm creating an opening by tearing the paper and folding it, rolling it 2 the sides. The same, taking another paper, you have actually 2 or 3 papers from the same pattern in the pad. Doing the same with the other paper, and now you have a double opening. I made some holes, small holes with my crocodile, and now I'm going to thread the cord and tie it up like you do on shoes, basically. Imagine this is your shoe and then you're threading your laces in. So I'm just threading it through the holes. You're supposed to have 6 holes on each side. I only have 5 now, so I'm going to add 2 more because I want the laces to come out on the front so I can tie them in a nice tie. Make sure everything is nice and stretched. Now you can attach the 2 pieces, attach them together, and then create your pocket by adding glue on 3 sides and leaving the upper side open. Getting rid of the excess here. Now to create your cover for the mini album, just use 2 6x6 chipboard and cover them with paper from the Sunshine paper pad that I'm using by MME. You can decide, they're all double-sided, so you can decide which ones you like for your inner cover and for your outer cover. And then after you covered your cover, we're going to bind the mini album in a very simple way with rings. All these pockets made this mini album kind of fat, kind of thick, so the best way to bind it will be with rings. So I'm making 2 holes on each paper, on each page. To make sure they're all in the same place, I'm using just a pencil to mark the spot, so I'll know where to use my crocodile to make more holes. And then I'm going to attach my rings. So I made holes in all the pages, and now I'm going to add them and bind the mini album in my rings. Make sure you like the order, but it's rings, so you can always change it. After it was done, I decided to add a little blue to my cover, so that's why there's blue all of a sudden there. Now to embellish the cover, first I'm adding lace ribbons so I can close it very easily. And then when it's going to be glued, it's going to be very easy to tie it because it's not going to move anywhere. And now I'm adding all the flowers to my cover with blue and orange and white to complement the colors of the papers. So adding more and more flowers. And then after adding the flowers, I'm going to add my title, my mini album title, which is going to be Pockets of Memories, because this is what they are. You can always add more memories to the pockets and then fill your mini album with whatever memories you want. Here are my letters. I'm going to use doodlebug letters here for the big for my title, big letters for my pockets, for the word pockets, and then some small letters for of memories. So I'm going to have pockets of memories as a title. Adding more letters, small letters. Now, as to finish the album, we're going to create two small banners to add, a little orange banners to add to the cover, and of course ink all the edges and add them on the side, tuck them under the flowers. Now we're going to open the mini album, and I'm going to show you a few ways to create tags and a few ideas of what you can put inside the pockets other than photos. So the tags are really good for journaling. I'm using all kinds of scraps that I have from the paper pad, and big titles from MME that have nice sentiments like dream big and family and all kinds of nice sentiments. So I'm basically creating tags from scraps of paper, attaching two squares, and on the seam I'm adding a little lace, and then just ink the edges, and you have a tag, a journaling tag to put in your pocket. So I'm creating a few of those and adding them to my mini. You can tear your squares and give them this kind of look. Add lace. Here is one tag, brothers, one sentiment or titles that you can use also on your scrapbook pages. Here's another tag for your pockets. You can glue a photo on it. Here's another tag for your photos or journaling, and another sentiment, sunshine, the same as the paper pad that we just used. Dream big, open your heart, all kinds of sentiments that are really nice and cool to insert to your pockets. Another tag from scraps. So a great way to use all your paper scraps. Just create small tags, journaling tags for your projects. And boy and imagine, I'm also inserting them in the pocket. And basically my mini album is done. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you were inspired, and see you all next time.